Hi everybody, I'm Professor McCutcheon, and I have had a great time playing the guitar ever since I was 11, and that was 61 years ago. I've played just about every style you can imagine. I was in a rock band, I did a lot of folk music, I've played jazz, I've played a lot of classical guitar, and what I bring to class is all those decades of experience, and what I want most for you is for you to learn how to play things well on the guitar so you can enjoy it and have a good time just playing for yourself or playing with friends or playing on stage for people. I want to share with you the best knowledge that I have gained by spending a career thinking about what are the things you really need to know to play well. There are lots of ways to play the guitar, and I think I've done probably all of them. But what I want to give you in this class is a sense of technique. Technique is anything to do with position and movement, because that's how you're going to be able to dance around on the guitar. I didn't have good technique for 7 years when I started playing. I didn't have anybody to show me the kinds of things I'm going to show you. And so those were things that I really needed to know to get beyond just playing a few chords and singing popular songs. And while I know that most of you are going to want to do popular music or rock music, someday you might want to do some more complicated things. And if you have technique, you're going to be able to do whatever you want. So the first thing we're doing is holding the guitar. I've got my guitar up on my knee here, and I've got the neck up like this. It's a funny way to hold the guitar compared to the way you see on YouTube. But it's very effective because it holds the guitar with your body so your hands are free to play. And it's stable. It doesn't move. My body's all around the guitar's body. I'm touching it at my chest, my forearm, and my two legs. And the weight of my forearm just holds it there. The top curve of the guitar touches me on the sternum, right in the middle of my chest. And the guitar is stable, and my hands are free to play. It also gets the neck up high, so when I start to do more complicated chords called bar chords, where I make my first finger flat and hold down all 6 strings with the rest of my fingers in a shape that makes a bar chord, I am invincible. If you can make bar chords, that should be a goal. Because then you can slide them around and play rock. It's really fun. Well, you can also play lots of other songs and chords if you know bar chords. So that's a goal for us. And if I have my neck up high and I make a bar chord, my wrist is pretty straight, so it's going to be a strong wrist and a healthy wrist. If I hold the guitar down here, like a lot of people do, my wrist is going to be bent, and that is going to hurt. It's going to make it hard to squeeze, because your hand doesn't squeeze very well when your wrist is bent. It squeezes better when your wrist is straight. You get a really strong grip that way. So we keep the neck up high, and we teach our hand to make a duckbill, like this. It's kind of a funny way to say it, but it solves a lot of problems. If you just lay your fingers like this, slide them up over the neck. I say take a bite out of the neck with every finger, so every finger touches every string. Wiggle finger number 1, finger 2, finger 3, and finger 4. Finger 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you play piano, I'm sorry, but we number our fingers differently here in guitar class. The thumb doesn't get a number because it's behind the neck. It just sits back there. Duckbill, I'm going to make a duckbill. Slide it up. Every finger touches every string. Loosen them up. Put them all on the string closest to your hand. This is called the first string. Duckbill. Curl up to the first string. The string touches every finger close to the fingernail. Lay them flat. Put them on string number 2. And make sure they're separated like that, so there's a little space between all of them, and they're not touching the first string. In fact, you can pluck the first string And if it sounds like this, and you feel it hitting your fingers, you got to get up off of that string. Touch a little closer to your fingernail and make them look like hooks. Lay them flat, duckbill, thumb flat on the back, touching near the joint. Curl up, put them on string number 3. Check string number 2. Lay them flat. Every finger touches every string. Put them on string number 4. Check string number 3. Put them on string number 5. Check string number 4. And put them on string number 6. They should be touching your fingers close to the fingernail, not under the nail, just close to. Now, this piece is called the nut, the white piece. An inch toward you is the first fret, this metal fret, and the second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret. The numbers are getting higher, 6, 7, 8. That is up the neck. So make your duckbill, slide up the neck, down the neck, up the neck, down the neck. Now you understand that terminology. Now, take your second finger, put it on string number 5. 1, 2, 3, 5 up from your hand. Second fret. Put it right behind the fret, wire. Take finger 1, put it on string number 3. 1, 2, 3. First fret, and you'll be holding down your first dangerous blues chord. It's called capital E7. It's found in the Blues for Beginning guitar book on page 11. Listen to every string. Sounds great. That is, when you can get every string to sound good. It might take you a little practice to get every string to sound good. Oh, hang on to your E7. Then, take finger 2, move it over one string to string number 4, pick finger 1 up, add finger 3 to string number 2, fret number 2. Now we're holding capital A7. And then you can go back and forth, E7 to A7. You may want to pause this video here for a moment and just go E7 to A7. I make it look easy, but when you're first doing this, you got to pay attention. Okay, if you've got those, turn to page 13 in the blues book, and what we'll do is duckbill, always start with that, curl up, and make an E7, remember that one, finger 2 on string number 5, second fret, finger 1, string number 3, first fret. Now we've got our E7, and we're going to make B7, which looks like hard. It's got 4 fingers on the string. So the nice thing about it is, what we're going to play, E7 comes first. This finger number 2 doesn't move when you go to B7. It's called a pivot finger. It's for free. You got it for free. You take your first finger, move it over to the 4th string, 1st fret, make a triangle with your ring finger, and then add your 4th finger, your pinky, to the 1st string. Now you've got B7. You don't play the 6th string. There's an X over that on page 13 in the diagram. You can listen to every string. And after a while, you'll get them to sound as good as mine, but it might take a little practice. And then you want to practice going back and forth from E7 to B7. You notice my fingers aren't moving very much. I could move them more so you can see, but then it's kind of hard to find my way back. But I'm not moving this pivot finger. It's just staying put for E7 to B7. E7 to B7. And what I want you to do for this week is work on those chords going back and forth. E7 to A7, E7 to B7, A7 to B7. And just do them 10 times. Make your fingers go back and forth and do them 10 times. We'll time it later and see how fast you can do 10 back and forth. or 20 chords. But for now, what I'd like you to work on, after you work on those 10s, and this is going to take you some practice every day, but boy, oh boy, are you going to be happy by the end of the semester if you can give yourself 30 minutes a day to practice. So what we're going to play is at the bottom of page 13, and it's 4 strums for every chord you see. So it starts with E7, 1, 2, A7, 4 of those, E7, 4 of those, and 4 more. A7, 4 more. E7. B7, 4 of those. A7. E7. A B7. 1 E7. Now, if you can play along with that, you're going to be set for class number 2. And I can't wait to see you. Make sure you give it some time. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to email me through Canvas and let me know what's going on. Also, if your fingers are killing you, take a break. Don't push yourself. Also, don't put it off until the night before the next class. Do it every day. Even if you just have 5 minutes to do some 10s back and forth. Do it every day, as many times during the day as you can, even if it's just 5 minutes at a time. Because these are the chords we're going to use to play with Eric Clapton and his blues band. You can look up a song of his called Before You Accuse Me, and we'll be able to play that whole song here pretty soon, if you can play every day. So, keep in touch. I'll look forward to seeing you at our next class meeting. Thanks.